Sonic Origins debuted a few months ago and featured a brand new Supersonic theme written by Jun Tsunoe for Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which originally used the tiny looping invincibility theme for super transformations. The reception to it, however, was mixed to say the least. It was evident that the song stood out like a sore thumb among the rest of the soundtrack, which itself was in some controversy because of Carnival Night, Ice Cap, and Launch Base's music being replaced with worse versions than the November 1993 prototype. But that can be easily fixed, just use the November 93 prototype music. As for the Supersonic theme, people were quick to point out that the song sounded more like it came out of Sonic 4 than Sonic 3. So what exactly was wrong with it? The first major issue with the song people had was the drum samples. Instead of using Sonic 3's massive library of drum samples, the only two samples are the kick and snare drums from Sonic 1 and 2, just like Sonic 4. That can be an easy fix, as the Sonic 3 samples are easy to find online, but the next problem may not have been so easy to fix. The instrumentation is not proper Sega Genesis music. According to some interviews I saw online, Jun Tsunoe wanted to use proper Genesis instruments for the Sonic 4 saga, but wasn't able to find the hardware, which left us with... The same situation applies here. He used the same synths from Sonic 4 to compose this theme. And that's not to say the song itself is bad necessarily. A bit repetitive, yes, but not really that bad. It's maybe twice as long as the Invincibility theme, but then only gets you so far. Changing the instruments to be proper Genesis music is a possibility with the right computer software and maybe sound fonts. But a whole bunch of other people already approached the song this way. You can find a bunch of people who did proper Genesis covers of the Origins Supersonic theme. However, I felt that I was in no place to critique the original song. How hard must it be to take a theme from a beloved game and create something new out of it? I decided to find out. This is my journey in writing a new Supersonic theme for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So, when I ask you what the first step is to writing a new Supersonic theme, some of you might say that it is to use the Sonic and Knuckles theme as part of the main melody. But nope, we have to decide what program we're using to write the song first, you silly! It's no secret that the Supersonic theme in Origins is not proper Genesis music. It sounds a lot like the Sonic 4 Episode 2 sound font, which uses Sonic 1 and 2 drum samples and a generic synth keyboard set like I mentioned earlier. So for proper authenticity, I knew exactly which program I needed. Deaflmask. For those who aren't familiar, Deaflmask is a module tracker program, similar to programs found on the Amiga and early PCs, but Deaflmask is geared specifically toward chiptune. That is, Deaflmask allows you to compose music that can run on the Commodore 64, NES, Game Boy, TurboGrafx 16, Neo Geo, arcade cabinets with the YM2151 chip, Sega Master System, and of course the Sega Genesis. In fact, Deaflmask is what I use to make most of the song covers I do on my ArtisIan music channel. It has hardware-accurate emulation of the sound chips, and even allows me to export the songs to BGM, meaning they could realistically be ported to the actual Genesis for use in Sonic games. So that's exactly what we need. Now, using the Sonic & Knuckles theme is a no-brainer, so let's begin our super musical journey with just that. I used the lead instrument straight from the ending of the game. This is part of my quest to make this as authentic as possible. Actually, let me outline my goals I had for this song. 1. Express my creativity and love for Sonic the Hedgehog. 2. Make a song that feels authentic as if it were really written for the Genesis in 1994. And 3. Make a better version than Sonic Origins out of spite. I'm just kidding about that last one. Or am I? Anyway, to make the song authentic, I decided to not just use Genesis instruments, but use the instruments straight from the game. From the lead FM, or frequency modulation, instrument to the drum samples. And the bass line, which uses the bass instrument that a lot of Sonic games tended to use. Now let's hear all that together and see what we have. Something's missing here. We could be using more FM channels to drive the song home. So, why not add a brass section? I decided to pan the brass to either stereo speaker to help create a feeling of presence. Everything being in the middle feels a bit boring, but having some sounds to the left or the right makes the song more exciting. Now let's see how that sounds together. One more thing, the PSG, Programmable Sound Generator, aka the square wave sounds, needs to be doing something, so I set up some bell sounds, kind of like the original song. Unfortunately, I couldn't pan the PSG like the Genesis can because apparently the Sega Master System's original version of the PSG couldn't do that? Not sure how valid that is, but there's a limitation to using Deflomask. If the song gets ported to real hardware, I want the PSG to alternate sides like the brass does. Anyway, how does it sound all together? Now we have a song cooking, but we can't just start with the theme. Let's make an intro real quick. Yes, the wailing sound is exactly the same as the original Sonic & Knuckles title screen music. Another point for authenticity. I decided to loop the main theme twice like the Invincibility theme does, but once we're done with that, it's time to move on to the next part of the song. I decided on making some kind of grand fanfare, something that screams, "Yeah, I'm all powerful and high above everything. Let's keep this going." I initially wanted to take cues from Sonic 2's Supersonic theme, but I realized that the key change needed to get it to work would have been too jarring. I instead decided to come up with an original fanfare that allowed me to either retain the same key or switch to one less noticeable. So here's what I came up with. I wasn't sure what to do in the background for this one, but then I remembered something. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a culmination of everything that made Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 so great. So, as long as Masato Nakamura doesn't kill me over it, why not borrow the Sonic 1 and 2 theme? It's a bit faint in the final song as I didn't want it overshadowing the melody, but it plays into the concept of Sonic 3 being the best of Sonic 1 and 2, making it a cool reference. It's also a fulfillment of one other requirement I had for the project. To make it feel like it could have been written in 1994, I could only reference songs that were made prior to Sonic & Knuckles' release. As much as I wanted to reference Knuckles Chaotix or take musical cues from it, that game didn't exist in 1994, so that was out of the picture. Really, all I could do is reference Sonic 1 and 2, but I think it worked out well. We're not quite ready for the final fanfare though, so what step do we take next? Well, wasn't Sonic 3 split in half and given a separate theme from the one we just used? I think this works well because Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a combination of the two games. That doesn't mean the themes have to indicate separate games. They can be one and the same. That's why I included the Sonic 3 motif. But now it's really time to drive this fanfare home. Let's do a little intro. And what better way to drive home this theme than a chance to modulate? For the next part, I wanted to specifically reference the ending to the game because chances are that a first-time player is going to see the credits before they get all the Chaos Emeralds. Veteran players, maybe not, but when I first played the game, I saw the credits before I was able to beat all the special stages. Hearing an encore of the ending feels more satisfying when transforming into Supersonic. After that high, how do we loop the song? Remember, this is supposed to play over Supersonic as he flies through a level, so I decided to go an original route and come up with something that feels like a proper cooldown to the heart-pumping ending we heard earlier that doesn't overshadow what we just experienced. And that leads back into the loop, meaning the song is done and ready for listening. Let's see how it turned out, shall we? never tried arranging a song like this before. I composed original songs, yes, but many of my older ones feel empty and repetitive when I listen to them now. I wanted to avoid all that with this arrangement, but I want to hear how you guys think I did. Did I make something faithful to Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Would you want to hear more arrangements like that from me in the future? Of course, I won't critique my own song because I'm biased, but I want to hear your thoughts. I can, however, properly criticize the Sonic Origins song now, and my verdict? I don't think it's good. I mean, it's not bad, it has a decent composition, but its instrument choice and repetitiveness hold it back. It's not bad, but it could have been way better. Do you guys think the original song holds up? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on Sonic Origins theme and my journey to making my own. Hey, thanks for swinging by for this shorter video. As I stated on Twitter, I need to change up my schedule because of how busy I am, needing more time to tackle the larger videos I had planned and making smaller videos to fill the void. I'll have something for next month, don't worry. If you like the song I wrote, please check out ArtisIan Music. The final looped song will be there, as well as many other covers using the same program. See you later!